Alright, so here is going to be my attempt to help you figure out how to layer sunflowers. So this is just the way that I've been doing it, that I find it easiest for me. You might find videos somewhere else of different ways, but this is just what I like to do, and this is how I made the cup that y'all like. So I started by just cleaning up the image twice. So I'm not going to show that part because I think you guys understand how to clean the images up. So this is how most people would clean it up if they were just going to like put it on a t-shirt. So you want one where you literally just have the outline of the flower like normal. And then I also did one where the only thing I removed when I cleaned up the image was the outside border. I didn't take any of the petals or any of the little seed spots away. So once you have them cleaned up, I'm just going to put them here on my canvas. And right away, I like to change the color just to help me get them lined up. So I'm just going to make it bigger to help show you guys, and because it's just easier for you to see when you're trying to line them up. So because I use the same image, Cricut actually puts them into design space, kind of like facing the same direction. But for this specific flower, I look for these two petals that kind of turn in the opposite direction from each other. And they kind of look like lobster claws to me. So that's just what I focus on. That's kind of the point that I pick to try to line up. So I'll just pick a tip of one of those petals, line it up. You're going to have to make it bigger just to adjust. And you don't want to go too big because you want to be able to give yourself some wiggle room when you go to layer it on your contact paper, because that's kind of the trickier part. So once you get to the point where you can't see gold along the outside edge, you should be pretty good. So now I know those are the same size. So I'm just going to stick my gold one to the side here quick. And I'm going to make a circle. Just going to change the color for my sake, make it brown. Okay, so then I'm going to place this over my black, and I only want it to kind of just cover the seeding circles in there. So I'll just kind of line it at the top. It just takes some practice, some playing. So you don't really want to cut too far into your petals, but then you also... Okay, so that looks pretty good. You can't see my seed circles, but it's not really going too far into the petals. Okay, so here's kind of the trickier part. What I like to do to get everything lined up, kind of an extra step, but this, like I said, is just how I find it easiest. I will take the black and the brown, and I will, I want to find the black one, and I want to send that to the front. So now my seeds are brown. So then I want to select those two things, and I'm going to group it. That way it stays together and you don't just have a circle floating around. I'm going to line it back up. So there's what you want it to look like. Now that I have it lined up again, I'm going to go over here to my layers, and I'm going to ungroup them, because what I want to be able to do now is click on my black one, and I do this in the layers tab because then I know I'm moving the right thing, because it gets really frustrating when you try to click on it over here and you accidentally click the gold and that's not what you want to move, then you just have to go and line it up again anyways. So I go over here, click the black piece so I know I have the black. I'm gonna slide it off my flower, get it out of the way, and now see, I just did it, and that is super irritating. Okay. Rewind a little bit further. a little bit further. All right, now we're back at it. Okay, so again, take the black one out of the way. Give yourself some room. Select all of the gold and the brown. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to slice it. That then makes a hole. I'm going to get rid of that. This makes a hole for the brown. So when you go to layer it and put it on your project, it's not going to stick up really high. If you wouldn't slice it, you would have, in the middle of your flower, you would have 3 layers of vinyl, and it can just stick up and it doesn't really look that pretty. So now you only have 2 because these will fit together and be one solid layer, and then you'll just place the black on top. So there you have the finished flower. Okay, I hope you could follow that. I'm gonna stop the video and then I'm gonna make another video of layering it on the vinyl because I think that's the trickier part. So if you have any questions about cleaning them up and kind of making them fit, just let me know. I've never really made videos, so I'll do what I can to try to help you, but it really just takes some practice and some playing around. Thanks.